God says, "Stop hiding. I see your heart. My child, listen to me now, for this message is for you. You have carried so much within yourself, thinking that no one notices, thinking that no one understands the depth of your pain, your questions, your longings, your regrets, your hidden hopes. But I see your heart. I see the places you cover up with a smile. I see the nights when your thoughts will not rest. I see the weight of memories that you cannot put into words. I see how you pretend to be strong, and yet inside you feel fragile, stretched, and worn. And I am telling you now, stop hiding, because you do not need to hide from me. I created you. Every detail of you is known to me. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you process life, the way you hide when you are hurting. I know how you try to cover the cracks so that others will not see them, but I see them, and I am not ashamed of them. I do not reject you because of them. I love you in the very places you feel most unlovable. I hold you in the very places you feel most unworthy. You have believed at times that you had to be perfect to come near me, but I tell you this, I want you as you are, not as you pretend to be. Do you not know that I am the one who searches hearts? Before a word is on your tongue, I know it completely. Before you finish a thought, I understand its end. When you feel lost in your own feelings, I am already present with clarity. You cannot scare me away with your doubts, nor disappoint me into abandoning you. I am not a human who grows weary of you. I am everlasting love. I am the beginning and the end. I am the one who formed you in your mother's womb. I have never turned my gaze from you. And yet, my child, I see how you hide. You hide behind laughter. You hide behind silence. You hide behind busyness. You hide behind distractions, behind scrolling, behind music that drowns out your thoughts, behind conversations where you never let anyone see what is really going on. And still, I see you. I see the real you, the you that wishes someone would notice, the you that wishes someone would ask a deeper question and wait for the answer, the you that longs for rest but is afraid to stop. I see it all. I am not pointing this out to shame you. No, my beloved, I am pointing this out to free you. For I tell you the truth, you will not find the rest you are longing for in hiding. You will not find the healing you desire in silence. You will not find the peace you crave in distraction. Only in my presence will you find what your soul longs for. And I am here, right now, speaking to you, saying, stop hiding, for I see your heart, and I want to heal what is broken. Do not think that I am far away. I am closer than your breath. I know when your chest tightens with anxiety. I know when you toss and turn at night, replaying words you wish you had not said or moments you wish you could rewrite. I know the silent tears, the whispered prayers, the heavy sighs that no one else hears. I know how you feel when you look at others and think they have it all together, and you wonder why you seem to struggle so much. I know the pressure you put on yourself, the guilt you carry, the secrets you keep. And I say again, stop hiding, for I see your heart, and still I call you mine. When you feel unworthy, I call you worthy. When you feel rejected, I call you chosen. When you feel broken, I call you whole in me. When you feel forgotten, I whisper, you are remembered. You think I only love the strong parts of you, but my love covers your weaknesses. You think I only want the polished version of you, but I delight in the real you. You think you must impress me, but I am already pleased that you exist, because you are my creation, my beloved, my treasure. My child, come out from your hiding places. You do not need to wear masks before me. You do not need to keep up appearances before me. You do not need to pretend that everything is fine when you are breaking inside. I invite you to lay it all before me. The broken pieces, the unspoken words, the questions without answers, the anger you have never admitted, the wounds that still ache. Bring them to me. I am not afraid of them. I am the healer. I am the restorer. I am the one who makes all things new. I know you fear being vulnerable because you have been hurt before. People have let you down. People have walked away when you showed them your heart. People have misunderstood you, misjudged you, or mishandled the sacred things you shared. But I am not like them. I am faithful and true. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I will never grow weary of you. My love is not conditional. My love is not fragile. My love is not limited. My love is everlasting, unshakable, unending. So trust me. Let me in. Open the doors of your heart and let my light shine into every hidden place. Let my love wash over every wound. Let my truth silence every lie. Let my presence bring you peace. For I have not come to condemn you, but to save you. I have not come to burden you, but to lift your burdens. I have not come to shame you, but to clothe you in righteousness. I have not come to expose you for humiliation, but to reveal you in love. Do not be afraid of what I will see if you open up to me. I already see it, and yet I stay, and yet I love, and yet I call you. I am not going anywhere. You are safe with me. You are seen, you are known, and you are loved. Stop hiding, my child. I see your heart, and I want you to see mine. My heart is for you, not against you. My heart is full of compassion, mercy, and grace. My heart beats with love for you. My heart longs to be in communion with you. My heart breaks when you wander far, not because I am angry, but because I know the pain it brings you. My heart rejoices when you turn back, when you lift your eyes toward me, when you whisper my name. I am always here. You do not have to earn my nearness. You do not have to perform for my attention. You do not have to beg for my presence. I am with you now, as I have always been, and I will never let you go. My child, come closer still, for I am not finished speaking. You have heard my call to stop hiding. Now listen as I unfold my heart to you, layer by layer, so that fear's hold may loosen and courage may grow where shame once rooted. There are things I want you to know about sorrow, about joy, about your mistakes, about your longings. Truths that will steady you when the ground feels unsteady and give you arms to carry what you cannot carry alone. Forgiveness is not something I demand from you to prove your worth. Forgiveness is my gift to you and through you. When the weight of what you have done or what has been done to you presses on your chest, do not try to carry it alone. Bring it to me. Let my mercy take it from you. It is not too heavy for me. I will not whittle it down until you can manage it. I will lift it. I will meet you at the place where guilt and grief collide and offer you a new way forward. This does not erase memory, but it reframes it. What once bound you now becomes the ground of compassion in you, not the prison of shame. There will be times when your past seems to shout louder than my promises. In those moments, do not let silence become your shelter. Speak. Speak honestly to me. Tell me the parts you fear I cannot bear. Tell me the anger, the confusion, the doubt, the trembling. Each word you bring is a thread you hand to me. Together we will weave a garment for your soul, one that is warmer than pretense and truer than denial. There is courage in confession, not because it proves you're strong, but because it proves you are real. Realness invites my presence. You have been afraid of being seen because you associate being seen with being judged. You have believed that if the world knew the true blueprint of your heart, you would be alone. My child, hear me. Being seen by me is not exposure to more condemnation. It is exposure to deeper love. I do not tally your failures. I collect them as places to pour healing. I do not showcase your faults. I point to them as places where grace may enter. Do not be afraid when my light touches the shadows of your soul. Light does not destroy what is worth saving. Light reveals what needs tending. There are seasons when joy seems foreign to you, as though happiness belongs to someone else. Do not be surprised by this. The soul sometimes carries winter after the thaw. Grief has a different timetable than the world assumes. You may be tempted to rush through your feelings because people around you expect cheer or because the noise of life pushes you forward. But I say to you, linger with me. It is safe to feel. It is permitted to grieve. Emotions are messengers, not masters. Let them speak. Let them teach you what needs attention. And when the small sunrises of contentment come, do not downplay them. They are my gifts, small proofs that I am with you, even in the slow dawning of hope. Trust is born in the small things, not always in grand declarations. When you faithfully turn toward me with a single quiet heartbeat, when you choose kindness even when it costs you something, when you choose patience in a difficult conversation, when you choose to rest instead of chasing frantic fixes, those things are trust building blocks. Do not underestimate the power of small faithful acts. They collect like pebbles until they form a bridge across floods of fear. There will be voices that tell you to harden your heart, to armor up so you will not hurt again. Those voices mean well sometimes because they seek to protect. But understand this. Hardening the heart also hardens the places where love can enter. I invite you instead to build wise boundaries, not walls. Know that boundaries are not the same as walls. Boundaries are the healthy lines that allow you to give without losing yourself, to love without being consumed. A boundary says, I am responsible for my heart, and you are responsible for yours. A wall says, I will never let anyone see in. Choose boundaries. They are the artistry of a heart that has been through fire and has learned how to guard tenderness. Your gifts, the ones you sometimes minimize or hide, are not mistakes. The tenderness you have for others, the way you notice small pains, the way your hands know how to make order from chaos, these are not by accident. I have formed you with these capacities so that you might serve, not for a performance to impress, but for a purpose that heals. Do not silence your gifts because you doubt their worth. Let them breathe, even if it begins with one small offering. Service is not only what you do for others, but what it does within you. Each act unearths a bit more of who you truly are. You may be wrestling with questions about meaning. You may look at the suffering in the world and wonder if there is any point to it at all. These are honest questions, and I do not fear them. Pain and purpose can coexist. They are not mutually exclusive. Sometimes meaning is slow to reveal itself. Sometimes it is woven through unexpected pathways. When you cannot see meaning, join me in the work of making it. Love one person. Speak truth to a situation. Stand with the downtrodden. These acts accumulate into a life that says yes to what is good, and bit by bit, purpose becomes visible where there once was only confusion. Do not let perfectionism imprison you. You have equated worth with flawless performance too long. I am not calling you to perfection. I am calling you to authenticity. Perfection is a mirage that keeps you from receiving the tender correction and gentle guidance that I offer. Bring me the messy attempts. Bring me the half-finished paintings and the clumsy apologies. Bring me the conversations you fear are inadequate. I will refine and I will not disparage. I will hold you in the process because transformation is not instant. It is a patient apprenticeship. When you feel anger, do not pretend it is foreign to you. Anger is a real emotion that can point to injustice or to unmet needs. What you must watch is what you do with that anger. Do not let it become a weapon aimed at those you love or at yourself. Let it be a signal that something needs care. Speak truth calmly. Seek repair. Let me guide your steps from reactive to restorative. Anger that leads to healing is a sacred thing. There are relationships in your life that have hurt you deeply. Some of these you have mended and others remain raw. There will be seasons when reconciliation is possible, and there will be seasons when release is the truest form of love. I will help you discern. Reconciliation does not mean forgetting. Release does not mean betrayal. There is wisdom in staying, and there is wisdom in walking away. Listen for my voice in the quiet of your decisions. I will not make all the choices for you, but I will give you clarity when you seek me honestly. You are not defined by your productivity. The world measures value by output, but I measure by presence. Sometimes the greatest thing you can do for me and for the people around you is to simply be present, attentive, unhurried. The world will hustle for its metrics, but I rejoice in the slow presence of a heart that rests. Rest is not laziness. Rest is a practice of trust. Practice it. If you have been waiting for a sign, this is it. You are seen. Do not mistake my patience for indifference. I am patient because I am invested in your freedom. I am patient because transformation takes time and because I love the process of drawing you nearer. Signs are not always thunderbolts. Often they are whisper soft nudges, an unexpected peace in a hard conversation, the right words at the right time, a door that opens when you least expect it. Pay attention to the small miracles. They will soon outnumber your doubts. There are seasons of silence when you feel I am not answering. Those seasons are not punishments. They are invitations to deepen. Silence is a fertile soil for trust to take root. In the quiet, you learn to listen for the subtlety of my voice. In the quiet, you discover that your identity is not dependent on constant reassurance. Be patient with silence and continue to act in love. I am present even when my voice seems soft. I do not withdraw. I am often creating something beneath the surface that will only be seen in time. You are not a mistake. The times you think you have strayed far are precisely the canvases where my redemption paints its brightest strokes. Do not despair over the distance you imagine between us. There is no distance I cannot cross. I will meet you wherever you are, on the hill of your pride, in the valley of your regret, at the threshold of your fear. Return to me with what you are, not what you wish you were. Real return is messy and beautiful, and I will receive you with more joy than you can imagine. I call you to courage, not to recklessness. Courage looks like showing up even when you tremble. Courage looks like speaking truth with tenderness. Courage looks like letting go of what you cannot rightly carry and gripping what has been given to you with steady hands. The world often confuses courage with loudness. True courage is quiet persistence. Keep showing up. Keep choosing love. Keep doing the small things faithfully. These are the seeds of a brave life. Above all, remember this: you belong. Not for what you do, not for how you look, not for how you measure up, but because I declared you so. Belonging is your birthright. Do not let anyone steal this from you. When the world tells you otherwise, come back to the truth I have given. You are loved. You are known. You are held. You are not alone. So walk forward with me, my child. Let your hiding places become altars of honesty. Let your confession become a path to peace. Let your small acts of faith grow into a life of bold, tender, steady love. I am with you every step. When you stumble, I lift you. When you rise, I celebrate. When you rest, I watch over you. When you dare to be seen, I applaud with a love that never fades. Stop hiding. I see your heart. Come into the light of my presence, and together we will heal, we will build, we will bless, and we will live in the freedom that I have always intended for you. My beloved, draw near once more and breathe in these words as if they were a warm wind across a weary face. You have listened, and I have listened. You have hidden, and I have found you. You have stumbled, and I have steadied your foot. Now comes the tender work of finishing what we began together, bringing the scattered pieces of your life into a harmony that sings of healing, courage, and quiet joy. This is the final part of my speaking to you for now, but not the end of my loving. Hear me again, slowly, and let these words sink beneath the noise until they take root. First, know that mercy precedes action. Before you set out to repair what is broken, let my mercy visit you. Do not try to make yourself acceptable by sheer effort alone. Let grace rest on the places where your strength fails. When you accept mercy, you are not excusing what needs fixing. You are providing the soil in which repair can grow. Mercy transforms guilt into responsibility without the bitter edge of self-condemnation. Receive it. Let it soften your shoulders and open your hands. Second, practice honesty in small things. You will be tempted to think that honesty is a grand ceremony, the confessions in dramatic moments. But the discipline of truthfulness lives in the everyday. Admitting you are tired before you pretend to be fine. Saying, I was wrong, when your pride nudges you toward silence. Asking for help when your tasks overwhelm you. These are not trivial. They are the scaffolding of integrity. Each honest act is a strand woven into the fabric of your renewed life. Third, cultivate a rhythm of rest and delight. The world will reward hustle with noise and almost reward you with busyness disguised as purpose. I call you to a different rhythm. Seasons of labor and seasons of rest, both equally sacred. Rest is not absence of productivity. It is presence with me and with the people I have given you. Delight is not frivolity. It is the recognition that life can taste sweet even amid challenge. Choose rhythms that sustain you. Daily pauses to breathe and thank. Weekly spaces to reconnect with those you love. Yearly margins for retreat and reorientation. These rhythms are gifts I give to keep your heart whole. Fourth, learn to live with healthy sorrow. Grief may come with loss, with endings, with the recognition that some things will not be as you hoped. Sorrow is a teacher if you let it be. Allow the tears their place. Let them cleanse where words cannot. In time, you will see that sorrow is not only a closing but also a tender opening. It deepens your compassion and sharpens your empathy so that your suffering becomes a bridge to others, not only a barrier. From sorrow, gentleness grows. Fifth, embrace the practice of gratitude, not as an obligation, but as a lens. Gratitude does not deny pain. Gratitude recognizes gifts in the midst of pain. Start small. Notice the warmth of a cup in your hands, the steady heartbeat beneath your ribs, the presence of even one faithful friend. Over time, gratitude reorients perception. It does not make suffering vanish, but it paints the landscape differently so you can see the wildflowers that were always there. Gratitude is an act of defiance against despair. Sixth, seek community that mirrors my heart. You were never meant to carry everything alone. Find people who will walk with you honestly, those who will laugh with you, weep with you, and hold you accountable without weaponizing judgment. Community is not a perfect institution. It is a field of fragile, growing hearts. Expect imperfection and choose patience. Invest in those relationships with the same intentionality that you invest in your work. Relationships require time, attention, and forgiveness. They will repay you richly. Seventh, steward your inner life with gentleness. Your mind and imagination are fields where thoughts grow. Tend them carefully. Pull the weeds of constant comparison, the seeds of harsh self-talk, the creeping vines of bitterness. Plant instead seeds of truth. I am known. I am loved. I am enough. Speak to yourself as I speak to you, tenderly, truthfully, and persistently. When anxious thoughts arrive, do not chase them with condemnation. Greet them, hand them to me, and choose an action that steadies your heart, a breath, a prayer, a kind deed. Eighth, permit your creativity to breathe. You were made to create in many ways, through art, through work, through the way you nourish the people around you. Creativity is not the realm of only a gifted few. It is part of our shared human calling. Do not dismiss the stirring in you because of fear that it might be amateurish. Every attempt is a stroke on the canvas. Allow your hands to make mistakes. Let your heart learn the joy of the process. There is sacredness in your small offerings. Ninth, practice courageous compassion. When you encounter someone who holds a different view, do not retreat into contempt or hard judgment. Stand in curiosity instead. Ask questions, listen deeply, and respond with gentleness. Courageous compassion does not mean you must agree on every point. It means you will protect the dignity of the other while holding your own convictions with humility. The world needs this kind of bravery. People who can argue without severing, who can challenge without dehumanizing. Tenth, trust the long work. Transformation is seldom instantaneous. Expect seasons. Some days will feel like forward steps. Other days will feel like 2 steps back. This is not failure. This is the pattern of growth. Keep tending, keep seeking, keep showing up. I am always with you in the slow accumulation of faithful acts. Over years, small, consistent choices will create a life that looks different than what fear predicted. 11th, be generous with forgiveness for others and for yourself. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is liberation. When you forgive, you release the anchor that keeps you tethered to past hurt. Forgiveness does not mean excusing wrongdoing. It means choosing freedom over continued bondage. Extend it to others, and don't forget to give it back to yourself. You are not meant to carry guilt forever. Let it go into my wide hands, and let me refine you. 12th, let your life be a testimony of small mercies. You will not need to perform miracles to display my love. A warm meal, a listening ear, a repaired fence, a whispered encouragement. These are the ordinary miracles that stitch the world together. Live so that people can trace the shape of my heart through your ordinary acts. Let kindness be your daily currency. 13th, keep asking the bold questions. Do not fear doubt. It can be the doorway to deeper faith if you handle it rightly. When questions surface, bring them to me and to wise companions. Let your seeking be humble and persistent. I am glorified when you pursue truth diligently, not when you cling to easy answers out of fear. 14th, be brave in your smallness. The world often celebrates grand gestures, but I celebrate the ordinary. A life lived with integrity in small, consistent ways is a life of profound consequence. Don't underestimate the ripple of a single righteous choice. The ocean begins with tiny drops, and your faithful acts are such drops. 15th, remember that hope is a posture, not merely a feeling. Hope chooses to expect good in the future because of my faithfulness in the past. Hope looks at the darkness and says, there is more light ahead. Nurture hope by recalling former mercies, by keeping company with those who dare to dream, by speaking future-tinged words over your life. Hope is not naive. Hope is courageous.